We are protesting against Starbucks in over 45 locations in the UK, from Aberdeen to Cornwall. We are here today to say to Starbucks that we didn't buy your £10 million PR stunt that's come straight out of the marketing budget. You're still a tax avoider. We're also here today to put pressure on the government to clamp down on tax avoidance, because rather than clamping down on tax avoidance, they are cutting the welfare state, they are privatising the NHS, and this is devastating women's lives.
My name's Emily, I'm from London.
And you've brought your child along?
I have brought my child. I took her up the road. We tried to set up a creche in a different Starbucks, obviously because, you know, the cuts are affecting a lot of children's services, Sure Start centres and stuff, which are, like, believe me, a real lifeline for young mothers and first mums and that kind of thing.
What are the things like Sure Start provide young mothers?
Well, for example, when I had Elsie, it's very isolating, you know, you're just at home by yourself with a child. Sure Start centres, those kinds of schemes allow you to go out, meet other mums, talk about what's happening, and for the kids to play and have access to advice, that kind of thing. I mean, it's amazing. It's not fair that people are losing benefits, that cuts are affecting services like Sure Start, whilst big companies are paying virtually nothing in taxes.
Starbucks! Hey! Starbucks! Hey! Starbucks! You say pay! Starbucks! Hey! Starbucks! Hey! It's not up to Starbucks!
To pick and choose!
To pick and choose!
When and where!
When and where!
They pay their tax!
They pay their tax!
Oi!
Oi!
George!
George!
Sort it out!
Sort it out!
The Foresight Society, the Women's Budget Group, have done loads of research to show that women are being really badly hurt. Now that's through services like rape crisis centres and domestic violence services. 230 women a day are being turned away from rape crisis centres. Last Christmas, women were recommended by Women's Aid, an organisation that does not want to be in this position. They were recommended places they can sleep outside on the street safely because there is no space in refuges.
Well, I work for an organisation that supports women in the community who are at very high risk of being very seriously assaulted or even killed. The cuts have affected my organisation immensely. We're seeing fewer refuges, less help from housing departments. We're seeing a lack of availability in legal aid to get women injunctions to prevent partners and ex-partners from assaulting them. And every day we're coming up against more and more barriers through the cuts, and it's putting women's lives at risk.
Just give us a rundown of the puns that you've got going on here.
Too little, too latte, number 1. Coming in at number 2, better latte than never. Coming in at number 3, you're making a mockery of this. Number 4, don't let the bean counters get away with this. And I think that's it for the moment.
And number 5?
No, number 5, I'm afraid.
Starbucks didn't pay any corporation tax for 3 years. Imagine the schools we could have bought with that. We're here to protest, take a leaflet, find out why Uncut is protesting against Starbucks, the tax dodger.
So have you taken stuff from this day?
Definitely. I think it's made me feel like actions are a lot more accessible than I first thought they were. I think, it's in the interest of the police and, big businesses to put you off doing this for, fear of getting arrested. But actually, this has been really, really peaceful, and it's had a really, really warm atmosphere. And I'm going to go on so many more.
And this is your first Uncut?
This is my first Uncut action, yeah.
My name's Rahila Gupta, and I'm from Southall Black Sisters.
What kind of services do you provide?
Well, we provide services to women escaping violence. We provide advocacy and advice. We support them through the whole process when they're escaping violence, whether it's going to court, whether it's looking after education for the children, housing, welfare benefits, immigration issues, because a lot of our women face immigration issues on top of everything else. Cuts in legal aid mean that we don't have lawyers that we can approach, so we find that more and more women are going unrepresented. The fact that housing refuges are being shut down, sometimes women have ended up sleeping on the streets. We've heard stories that women have been told to go and sleep in an occupied camp because there is nowhere to go for that night. So that's the kind of dire situation that we're facing.